Hello and welcome everyone. A brand new season on the Division 2 means one thing. We are grinding out seasonal levels. We're trying to get to the season level 100 so we can unlock all of our rewards. And what's the fastest way to do it is something that people ask a lot on a new season. So that's exactly what we're covering in this video. What is the fastest way to get to season level 100? Well, let's take a look at it. First, let's have a look at the season track. I am only at 51, not focusing on this at all. So far, we've got through this just for completing the journey, which is great, and doing a lot of retaliation, which actually doesn't reward seasonal XP. So it's really just the journey XP that I've been getting with any other little bits I've been doing. But it's the same every season. Every single season is the same way to get to max level. There's nothing special, really. That there's one way to do it. And to be honest with you, there's loads of different ways you can go about it, but the most efficient way is how I'm going to be explaining in this video, is what I'm going to be doing later on in stream to finish off this season track. It is a bit of a grind. It's not too bad. And yeah, you want to get to seasonal level 100 as soon as possible, right? Just know that there's lots of free rewards on this track for those that don't want to purchase it. You can see where it says free items, so you can grind out all of these. All the new exotics are free, all the new gears free. Everything on the paid version of the track is things like cosmetics and cash rewards and resources and stuff like that. You can even get some premium credits back if you buy it. I think it's 400 that you get back in total. So it's up to you. You can buy your season track like I do. You can buy the season bundle. The season bundle will give you I think it's 25 levels if you buy this. You can have like a bit of a boost. It is £25, so for that it comes with an outfit. Not needed. I'd say buy the bundle if you want the outfit on there, but other than that, you've got plenty of time to get all 100 levels done. It can be done in one sitting if you really wanted to. That'd be a bit silly. Well, across a couple of days of hard farming, you can get it done. No need to buy season levels either, unless you're coming back towards the end of the season and you just want to get them, and it's the only way. So what's the best way? Well, the first thing you want to do is your journey. The journey is going to offer you a ton of seasonal XP for completing journey missions. There are 8 missions in total, so as you complete your journey, you're going to be leveling up your season track. And like I said, so far this is all I've really done, and I'm already halfway. I think you're going to get seasonal XP as well for each objective within the seasonal journey missions. So when you're doing the journey missions, you only have to do 6 of these to progress. It's worth doing all 8 just for that extra bit of XP. So that's what I do. That's my first focus on a new season. I'll do the journey mission. I'll complete all the objectives on all of the journey missions, and that's going to net you a huge amount of seasonal XP and get you quite far up the seasonal track already. Next thing to focus on throughout the season, really, depending on when you are coming into the season and starting the track off, if you go to your manhunt and complete the scout missions, these are also going to give you a big boost to seasonal XP. Not the objectives themselves, but for the scout mission. So once you complete all 3 objectives for a singular scout mission, you get 2,400 XP there for your season pass, plus another 20%. So these are well worth doing as well. If you're coming late in the season and you haven't done all of these scout missions, go through all of them, net yourself a huge amount of season XP, and that'll get you quite far up the track as well. By the time you've done your journey and by the time you've done all your scouts towards the end of the season, this would get you very high on that season track. And that's bearing in mind you don't have to do all the scout missions, by the way. If you come late in the season, there's only 2 high priority ones you got to do to get the climax mission, so it's still worth doing all these for the season XP. Just, yeah, you want to get to season level 100, do them. So scout missions, journey. You've also got projects that you can do. Every single week you're going to get like your weekly shade requisition. That's worth doing. That's going to net you some season XP. You've also got like weekly legendary project. It's going to net you some season XP. You got your other weekly projects that'll give you season XP. So any projects that you fancy in your project menu every week, they're worth doing just to give you a nice boost in season XP. So keep an eye on that. And these will go across multiple characters. So if you do have multiple characters, you can complete them across multiple characters. They all count towards the same season track. Once all that's done though, your best way and most efficient way of farming seasonal XP is priority objectives, and this is what I spend a lot of time on to finish off my season track. Priority objectives are always going to give you a boost to seasonal XP. You can see here I've got Manning National Zoo selected. I'm getting 920 seasonal XP for when I complete that, along with the mission seasonal XP as well. Every single mission in the game, depending on the difficulty that you complete it on, is going to reward you with season XP. So you get that season XP on top of whatever the priority objective is giving you, and this is kind of the best way to do it. Now, this is great solo. If you're working in a squad, you can't really share priority objectives, so this is only going to count for you. So if I was with my friends now and we did Manning National Zoo and they never had this as a priority objective, all they're getting is the XP for the mission. I'm getting the mission seasonal XP plus the priority objective. So it might not be a great way to do it with your friends, or if you do it with your friends, it might be worth just kind of taking it in turns who does the priority objective. But what you want to focus on here, what I tend to focus on myself, is strongholds. I will pick a stronghold, I'll complete a stronghold, and if it doesn't offer me a stronghold, I'll re-roll until it does. And that's kind of how I do it. It's not the most efficient way of doing priority objectives though, and I will explain the most efficient way now. And I just want to thank the guys in stream the other day that told me about this spreadsheet, and I'm going to link this spreadsheet down in the video description, but let's have a look at it. So like I said, this is going to be linked down in the video description. It was shared with me in a DM. Thank you, Joker and Martins, for sharing it with me. You didn't make it. I'm not 100% sure who did make it, to be honest with you. So whoever did, thank you so much. This is a very good spreadsheet. I think IKEA was the first one to mention it to a lot of the people in my chat the other day. Again, I don't think IKEA made this one, but he knew about it. It pointed people towards it. People now pointing me towards it. But anyway, this spreadsheet tells you the most efficient way of farming priority objectives based on what the XP is being offered to you. So we just had a look at Manning National Zoo, right? 920. Now we know when it offers us a stronghold at 920, it's going to be a Manning National Zoo stronghold. And on this spreadsheet, we can tell that that's actually not that efficient. So this chart is telling you how efficient it is and what you should kind of be prioritizing on the priority objectives to make it the most efficient. And you can see the green ones here are real good. So if you were to get a priority objective that was offering you 676, then that's going to be District Union Arena. You'd want to accept that because District Union Arena, it takes little time to do compared to some of the others, and it's a high efficiency. It's the best one to do in priority objectives. So 100% the best one to do. If you could keep on doing DUA after DUA, that's going to be the quickest way to get season XP and to get your track finished, basically. Now, anything green here is basically what you want to look for. So we will go back to the seasonal objectives. So I just tell you what I mean by looking for like the XP that's offered to you. If we just abandon this objective, when it offers you objectives, it doesn't tell you what it is. As you know, you've got to accept it, but it does tell you the XP that it's giving you. So I've got a mission here. It's always going to be missions or strongholds. Okay, that's going to be what you're going to want to do. I got a mission here that's being offered to me. It's 548. That's plus the 20%. Just to talk about the 20%, the bonus is dependent on if you own the seasonal track, the paid version, and if you've got modifiers on. So you get 10% for owning the paid version of the seasonal track and 10% for having modifiers on. I own a season track. I have modifiers right now. That's why I've got 20%. If it's 10%, that number will be altered. If it's no percent, if it's 0, if you're not playing with any modifiers and you don't own a track, that number will be altered again. But you're looking for that number. Just take note of the percentage of what it's being boosted by. And once you have a look at that number, you can have a look at the spreadsheet. So that was a mission and it was 548 on 20%. So I know this is going to be bank headquarters. You could double check that there's not another 548 in there. There is, so it could also be Potomac. So you just got to look at the numbers and what it's offering you. So that's either going to be Potomac or bank headquarters, and the efficiency on that one is no, they're not efficient. They're not marked as efficient. We can kind of ignore that one and re-roll again. But you can see here, if it's only a 10% buff, that'd be 502. If you had no buff whatsoever, it'd have been 457. So when I go back to the game, because I'm trying to be efficient here, I know that's not going to be efficient. I can re-roll it again and see what it gives me next time. Now, the best things it can give me is strongholds, to be honest with you, and we want to try and get DUA. But this time we've been offered a stronghold and a mission over in Manhattan, that one. So this stronghold's going to be 829. That mission's going to be 645. So when we go back to the spreadsheet here, we can see that 829 is a Roosevelt Island, which is very efficient. Not as good as DUA, but it's a good one. Doesn't take too much time to complete. So we know we want to choose that one. We could also have a look at the mission that was offered as well, but with it being in Manhattan, it probably wasn't efficient at all. 645 there is going to be stranded tanker, so we know we don't want to do that. So what we're going to do now is accept that 829 priority objective, knowing we're going to get Roosevelt Island. So let's head over to that. Let's accept and decrypt that. And there we go. Roosevelt Island main mission. We're going to get 829 season XP for that. And if we head to the map, not only will we get the 829 season XP, but we do get season XP for doing the mission as well. And you can see what that is by setting up the difficulty. When we set the difficulty of the mission, the rewards will change and show you how much season XP you get just for completing the mission. So heroic is 813 on top of the priority objective. Challenging would be 662, hard 512. So you've kind of got to decide here what's going to be the most efficient way for you. Like, yeah, heroic gives you 813 as well, but will challenging be quicker to complete? And even though you're losing 100 and so season XP, time-wise, you're going to be a lot quicker. You still get the priority objective XP, remember, so you're only losing out on the mission one a little bit, and it's just going to be easier. So you're best to do it for efficiency on the difficulty that you're most comfortable with. If you think you can fly through on heroic, then go for it. And to be fair, on legendary, I get this done in about, I'd say 20 minutes, just short of 20 minutes with my squad. So you could even go legendary and go 963, which is another boost. But regardless of what difficulty you choose, that's all it alters. Just to reiterate again, really, that won't alter your priority objective. You could complete it on story mode. You're going to get the 829 from your priority objective. Now, obviously, you only have so many rerolls, but I thought I'd explain that spreadsheet to you. This is news to me since my stream the other day. I had no idea of this spreadsheet. I always just went for strongholds, and I was doing Manning National Zoo over and over again. But if you've got plenty of rerolls available and a Manning National Zoo pops up, then don't be afraid to reroll, because there's plenty of missions in there, and there's plenty of other strongholds in there. You've got quite a good chance of getting one of them, which is going to be more efficient to you. So I'd only do a zoo if I ran out of rerolls. If you run out of rerolls, just do whatever is the most efficient and then build your rerolls up again, and then try and be selective. That's going to be the quickest way to earn seasonal XP and to get to season level 100 as fast as you can. And that is all there is to it. You can also just play the game and have fun. Seasonal XP is rewarded for most activities in the game. There's a few things you don't get it for, though, so you want to be careful. If you're raiding, you get no seasonal XP for raiding. You don't get any seasonal XP on master missions. You don't get any seasonal XP on the new feature retaliation. So just look at the activity you're doing. If you're not getting seasonal XP, then, and if that's your focus, you want to get that, then you might have to stop doing that activity for a little bit. But if your focus is to get this done as quickly as possible, then what I just explained to you is the best way to go about it. I hope the video has been helpful. Please do hit like, comment down below. Again, the description will have the link to that spreadsheet if you want to go and check that out for yourself. Shout out again to whoever made that. It's great information, and that should help you with your focus on priority objectives to get this done as quick as possible. Don't forget to subscribe for more content as well, guys, and until next time, take care.